At 2:17 in the morning, your card declines for $42.18 of gas. You are 25 years old, and you are supposed to be driving from Phoenix to Las Vegas for your best friend Mason's bachelor weekend. The kind of weekend everyone in the group chat keeps calling legendary because nobody has looked at the price out loud. The clerk runs the card again, declined. Behind you, a man in a work shirt sighs quietly like your life is slowing down his morning. Your phone buzzes. Mason, bro, where are you? Don't tell me you're bailing. Outside, your 2011 Nissan Altima waits under the gas station lights with the check engine light glowing like it has been judging you for months. You have $19.62 in checking 2 credit cards almost full, and student loans you stopped opening because the number feels less real behind a password. You type car trouble, you delete it, you type I'm sick, that one you send? Level 1 is the level where you pretend. You pretend at work when your boss Blake asks how things are going and you say, good, busy. You pretend in the group chat when everyone agrees to split the Airbnb evenly. You pretend on dates when you order the cheaper thing and act like you wanted it anyway. Every paycheck lands and every paycheck disappears before you can even respect it. Rent, car insurance, minimum payments, groceries, gas. The worst part is not being broke. The worst part is acting normal while it is happening. The next morning, the Vegas photos hit Instagram. Mason with his arm around everyone except you. One caption says real ones made it. You read it 6 times. You know it probably was not aimed at you. It still lands. Level 2 begins with the sentence you have spent years avoiding. I can't afford it. You say it 3 months later outside of Buffalo Wild Wings, standing next to Mason's truck, after he tells you the wedding hotel is $289 a night, and the groomsman's suit is another $240. He laughs because he thinks you are joking. Then he sees your face. The laugh dies halfway out. Dude, he says, why didn't you just say that? Because saying it makes you feel smaller. Because broke men are allowed to be funny, loud, ambitious, reckless, even arrogant. But the second you say the words, people stop seeing a man and start seeing a bill that might not get paid. Mason says you can stay at his uncle's place. Forget the hotel. Just come to the wedding. Help has weight when your pride is starving. That night, you open every account you have been avoiding. Checking, savings, credit cards, student loans, car balance. The total is $37,842. You stare at the number until it stops being a monster and starts being a wall. A wall is still terrible, but a wall has edges. You sell the sneakers you bought to look like someone who did not need to sell sneakers. You stop going to lunch with the guys at work. You deliver food 3 nights a week. At 11:32 p.m. on a Tuesday, sitting outside a gated apartment complex with cold tacos in the passenger seat, a Venmo request pops up for Mason's wedding gift. $150? You look at it, then you send $150 to your credit card instead. For the first time, you disappoint other people on purpose so you can stop disappointing yourself in secret. Level 3 arrives without music. Just a Saturday morning at 28 when your tire blows on the 101, and instead of your chest collapsing, you say one word. Fine. Not because it is fine. Because you have $4,600 in a separate account labeled Don't Touch. The tow truck still annoys you. The tire shop still smells like burnt rubber and old coffee. The guy still tries to sell you 4 tires when you came in needing one. But the emergency does not become a personality crisis. That is new. At work, Blake offers you a promotion with a better title and $5,000 more a year. He says it like he is handing you a new life. A year ago, you would have grabbed it with both hands. Now you ask, what happens to over time? He blinks because men like Blake are used to people being grateful before they do math. You take the promotion, but something in you does not bow. On the side, you start helping small landlords fix their rental listings. Better photos, cleaner descriptions, prices that make sense. The first landlord pays you $300 through Zelle. You stare at the notification longer than you stared at some paychecks. Not because $300 is a lot. Because Blake did not approve it. Nobody approved it. You made something happen and money followed. By 29, it becomes $800 a month. Then $1,400. Then, one strange month, where the side income beats your paycheck after taxes, and you walk around the office feeling like you are hiding a weapon. You still drive the Altima. The check engine light is still there, but now it feels less like a warning and more like a witness. Level 4 is when money starts testing your character. At 31, you buy a small duplex on the west side of Phoenix with a cracked driveway, one angry tenant, and a kitchen that looks like it was last updated before you had facial hair. Your mother says it sounds risky. Your roommate says landlords are parasites while asking if he can pay rent 3 days late. Blake says, must be nice in a tone that makes you want to hand him every delivery receipt from the years he never saw. The duplex is not passive. It is a second job with walls. A pipe leaks the first month. The tenant in Unit B pays late, then leaves a voicemail saying you are just like the last guy. You stand in Home Depot at 8:06 on a Friday night holding a faucet you do not understand, watching couples buy plants. And you think this is what everybody online forgot to mention. But the rent clears. Not perfectly, not romantically. It clears. Your listing business grows too. You hire a college kid named Luis to help with photos. He is 22, sharp, nervous, and always apologizing before he speaks. The first time he makes a mistake that costs you a client, you feel Blake rise up in your throat. The exact voice, cold, clean, ready to cut. You stop yourself. You take Luis outside, show him what happened, and fix it with him. Because money gives you the power to become the man who hurt you, then calls it leadership. By 33, your life looks better from the outside. You have equity, cash, and a business that runs even when you are not staring directly at it. But Hannah, the nurse you have been dating, sees the part nobody else sees. She sees you check your phone at dinner. She hears you talk about freedom, like it is a place you will reach later. One night, she says, I'm not asking what you're building. I'm asking when you live. You do not have an answer. Level 5 comes at 35, but it does not look like victory. It looks like Mason sitting across from you in a diner at 7:15 in the morning, wearing the same face you wore at the gas station 10 years ago. His company cut his roll. The mortgage is due. His wife does not know how close they are to missing it. He tries to sound casual. He fails. I just need a bridge, he says. There it is. The sentence every man thinks he will never say until life puts him on the wrong side of a table. 10 years ago, you lied to Mason because you could not afford his bachelor weekend. Now he is lying to you because he cannot afford his life. You could write the check. $20,000 would hurt, but it would not break you. That fact alone feels obscene. You remember standing under gas station lights with $19.62, wishing one person would make the problem disappear. Your hand moves towards your pocket, then stops, because you know what money can fix, and you know what it can ruin. So you ask to see everything: mortgage, credit cards, truck payment, subscriptions, private school, the family vacation they put on a card because everyone else was going. Mason gets angry. Of course he does. Shame always wears anger first. He stands up. You let him get almost to the door. Then you say, I lied about Vegas. He turns around. You tell him about the declined card, the $19.62, the gas station, and the caption that said, real ones made it. How you hated him for a sentence he probably never meant for you. The diner gets loud around you. Plates, coffee, someone laughing at the counter. Mason sits back down. He does not apologize right away. Men rarely know where to put apologies when they are 10 years late. But his face changes. That is enough. You spend the next 3 hours building a plan on napkins because neither of you brought paper. Sell the truck. Call the lender. Tell his wife tonight. Stop pretending before the pretending takes the house. You offer to cover one mortgage payment directly once after he has the conversation. He nods like it costs him something. It does. When you walk out, the Phoenix sun is already high, burning the parking lot white. For a second, you miss the Altima, not the car, the version of you that thought the problem was only money. Then you open the glove box and find an old receipt from the gas station. Faded, almost blank. Maybe some part of you knew you would need evidence. Not evidence that you were broke. Evidence that you survived being broke without letting it make you cruel. You fold it once, then again, and put it back. Then you drive home. Not fast. Not like a man escaping. Like a man who finally understands that the 5 levels were never about becoming rich before 35. They were about becoming someone money could no longer embarrass, control, or turn into the people who once made him feel small.